Hello and welcome to this lesson, creating moving average ADX DMI indicator in PineScript. This lesson consists of following sections. First, introduction to moving average ADX DMI indicator. In the next section, we are going to overview moving average ADX DMI indicator components, such as moving average, ADX, and DMI indicators. After that, we'll develop from scratch moving average ADX DMI indicator, and in the last section of this lesson, I will point out benefits of this developed indicator. So let's begin. So the idea of this indicator is this. This indicator is going to consist from actually three indicators: moving average, ADX, and DMI. This indicator is going to detect strong trends and will allow us to identify strong bullish and strong bearish trend, as well as cases when there is no trend in the market. This will help us to trade the selected market if we want to use this indicator. So the moving average indicator will identify for us the main trend, and we are going to check if moving average trends up or down, if it is rising or falling. This will be one basically condition of our detection whether trend is bullish or bearish. Couple of other conditions, we're going to use ADX indicator that detects strong trends. It's going to allow us to detect whether the trend is strong or there is no trend at all, regardless bullish trend or bearish trend. And DMI indicator will provide us two series, DI plus and DI minus. And using those two series, we are going to detect whether trend is bullish or bearish. So let's begin developing from scratch this indicator. To create indicator, we'll access Pine Editor by clicking on Pine Editor button. After that, we're going to click on Open menu option, and after that, New Indicator. Right? After that, let's set up a name of our indicator. Our indicator will be called Moving Average ADX DMI Indicator. And the overlay parameter of the indicator we're gonna set to true, because moving average indicator will be overlaid on the main chart. This indicator will need parameters that going to be needed by our indicators, internal indicators that we're gonna use: moving average and DMI indicator. DMI indicator is going to return us ADX series and DI plus and DI minus series that we are going to use to detect whether trend is bullish or bearish, or there is no trend at all. So first of all, for our moving average, let's create the MI period parameter, input parameter. So this is input integer parameter, and the default value for our MA period is 20. The name for this parameter is MA period, moving average period. Now, for the DMI indicator, we're gonna need period as well. So therefore, parameter name will be DMI period, and the name of the parameter will be DMI period, and the default value, let's keep it 20. Next, the DMI indicator will need another parameter, which is ADX smoothing. So let's set it up. ADX smoothing, which is ADX smoothing period. So for ADX smoothing, it's an integer parameter. Default value, let's use 14, and let's update the name of it, ADX smoothing. Okay, so we have entered these three parameters. Now we're gonna need another parameter that will identify the level of ADX indicator. It's a threshold level to detect when basically the trend is strong for ADX or not. For ADX, usually the value of ADX of 20 or 25, meaning that when the ADX is over 20 or over 25, then the trend is considered bullish. But we need parameter for this threshold in order to change it whenever we need to change it. So let's call it ADX trend level. And it is input parameter, and default value, let's have it 20, and the name is ADX trend level. Now let's start calculating the series of our internal indicators that we use in this indicator. So we're gonna use the ta.dmi function to return us three series: ADX, DI plus, and DI minus. So ta.dmi function returns a tuple. Tuple is a series of parameters, tuple of three variables. ta.dmi function returns. So let's enter this tuple. So first is the DI plus value in this tuple. Second value is DI minus, and the third value in this tuple is ADX. So, and we're gonna assign this tuple to the return of a function ta.dmi, which is DMI indicator. ta.dmi. And for this indicator, we need to pass a DI length, meaning DI period. We have a parameter for that already, DMI period. And the second parameter is ADX smoothing. So we calculated three series: ADX, DI plus, and DI minus. We're gonna use this series in our calculation of trend below. Next, let's calculate the moving average. So moving average series is gonna be equal to TA dot, and let's use weighted moving average. We could use another moving average like a simple moving average or exponential moving average, but let's, for this indicator, use weighted moving average. So let's use the close price for the series and the MA period parameter that we have already set. Now let's calculate the trend up and trend down variables, new variables that we are going to use when we plot our indicator below. So let's calculate and detect in this indicator when trend is up. So trend is up. Trend is considered up in this indicator, first of all, whenever trend is strong. The strength of the trend is detected by ADX indicator, right? And we calculated already ADX series. So whenever ADX is bigger than threshold that we set parameter ADX trend level, so then the trend is considered strong. Otherwise, trend is considered weak. Therefore, if for the strong bullish trend, ADX should be bigger than the ADX trend level that we have set to 20 as a default. Now, second condition is that we're gonna use the DI plus and DI minus series from DMI indicator that detecting whenever trend is bullish or bearish, and whenever DI plus is bigger than DI minus, then the trend is considered bullish by DMI indicator. So DI plus bigger than DI minus. And the third condition for the bullish trend is that whenever the moving average that we calculated is rising. It is rising when MA is bigger than MA in previous bar. This is it for the trend up. Now trend is considered down in our indicator whenever ADX is still bigger than ADX trend level. For the bearish trend, we want trend to be strong as well. The strength of the trend is detected by ADX indicator. Whenever ADX is bigger than 20, default value of ADX trend level, we consider this trend, regardless bullish or bearish, is strong. And second condition, DI plus is supposed to be less than DI minus for the trend to be bearish according to DMI indicator. And the moving average is supposed to be trending down for the trend to be considered bearish by the moving average indicator that we use as internal indicator in our moving average ADX DMI indicator. So we have set the values for these variables, trend up and trend down, and now we can start plotting our indicator. So our indicator will be moving average, right? But with certain colors identifying the trend, right? So because we're going to use different colors, so let's set the moving average color variable, and whenever trend is up, so let's use the lime color to color our moving average that we are going to plot. So otherwise, whenever trend is down, let's use the red color of the moving average. And otherwise, when there is no trend, let's use yellow color. So, and the last line in our indicator, we're gonna plot moving average that we have already calculated with the color that we calculated as well. Second parameter is title. Let's use MA as a title. After that, let's use the MA color variable that we have already calculated, and the line width of our moving average, let's use 3. So now let's save this indicator. And let's add it to the chart. So as you see, our indicator has 3 colors. Whenever color of the moving average that we are plotting is green, it means that the trend is bullish. Whenever color is red, like in this section, the trend is bearish. Whenever color is yellow, meaning there is no trend. And how this indicator can be used for trading? For example, whenever color is green, bullish position, long position can be established. Whenever color is yellow, position can be closed or held. And whenever color is red, position can be established as a short position. So our indicator has parameters that can be adjusted to selected market. You can change the moving average period. You can change the DMI period. You can change smoothing period for ADX, and you can change ADX trend level if you need to. And the indicator will be adjusted according to the changed parameters. So, summarizing this lesson, we have developed from scratch an advanced indicator based on moving average, ADX, and DMI indicators. The developed indicator is a multicolored moving average with different colors representing whether the market is bullish, bearish, or flat. The indicator has a variety of adjustable parameters to adapt to selected market. This indicator works best on trending markets, as it is meant to detect strong trends. This is the end of this lesson, and I will see you in the next one.